Right, morning guys. Let's get that browse. So give me a second here, boys. There we go. Zoom sorted. You guys there? Perfect. Alright guys, good morning. Hope you're doing good. Let's get straight to the charts today. Mark Belay, good morning. Elaine, Chad, Divan, good morning. Nanu, I'm here for the first time. Welcome, brother, for the first time. Hope you're doing good. Jesus, Brandon, what's up, guys? Hope you're all doing good this fine Wednesday 28th. Let's catch another dub today. Got some beautiful. What was that? I think we took shorts yesterday. Let's double check. Yeah, so yesterday we took some beautiful gold shorts, which actually really ran. So that was quite nice to see. So let's see what's in store for us this morning. Let's get straight to it. Gold, what do you say? Right, weekly tapping to that level of QP 25 tapped into that level with yesterday candlestick closure. I'm going to use that pretty much as a reference. Give me a second, guys. Right, sorry about that, guys. Okay, with yesterday's candle, I pretty much want to use it as a reference to what I'm seeing on the week. So let's have a look at it. The weekly tapping into that level 25. The wicks have tested liquidity areas, but the bodies actually haven't came down. Not that it has to, but it would be something nice to actually see that. Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry, man. My sinus acts up in the morning sometimes, so I forgot to take my pills this morning. So I quickly just had to go and do that. But I'm fine, thank you, Jesus. So yeah, if we look at the previous week, right, we've tapped into the level 24.75. That's pretty much where prices came from. Have we actually had the confines of the bodies come and tap those levels? Not really. So I won't be surprised if this week starts to pull back down to these levels of 24.75, 24.50, around that level before possibly continuing. Because we do need that pullback on the weekly. We have the test on the wick. So, lower time frame, let's grab the liquidity, that's fine. However, it would be nice to actually see the bodies start to drive down to those levels, grab that liquidity before it continues to drive. Looking at the daily, it is quite clear to me, ladies and gentlemen, that even though these, let's say, past two candles look like it might be strong bullish, we can clearly see that we're struggling in the range. And where is my range high and my range low? That's that level that I just mentioned on the weekly, which is 24.75. This is the level right here that price has broken out of, right? We haven't tested that level properly with the bodies, just the wicks, which isn't always going to be an issue. So if price does drive, that's fine. But it would be nice to see that, seeing that you are in this range right now, with price sitting in between the level 25.25 and 24.75. Okay? So my thing is this. If we're going to re-break current daily low as well as previous daily low, I'm going to anticipate that it will tap into the level 2500, and if it starts trading beneath that, it should then drive down to the level 24.75. So that is something that I want to look at this morning to see if we can get possible shorts. One second. Yeah, to see if we can get possible shorts to that level. And what I would like to then say off of that area is, once we can start getting price trading beneath 2500, and we can hold beneath that area, that could be the start of price possibly actually retracing back down. So I'm gonna understand what's happening on the high time frame, but because these areas are so close, look how close that quarter pip area is. Just double check that. That quarter pip area is so close that I might not even be using that daily as a catalyst candle. I'll more so rather use it as just a guide. So what I'm seeing on this 4 hour is two things. Maribozu closing in liquidity is a sign of possible reversal. However, if we start breaking these areas 2503, I'm going to anticipate 2500 to be tapped. Now it is going to be in 4 hour liquidity, but it is an aggressive trade that I'm willing to take because of this specific reason here. If we look at the break of these lows, do you look to the left hand side and you see the bodies there as well? Which means that if I start trading beneath the bodies, price can come and fill those wicks on the left hand side, can come and fill those wicks on the left hand side. You see that? So that is what I want to be using to my advantage as well, because how we use the bodies is understanding that the bodies as well as the wicks can act as support and resistance within the anatomy of the candle as well. So I pretty much use it to my advantage. As price is now tapping to the wicks and the body, that is why price is rejecting with your Maribozu closure within that liquidity level. If price is to trade beneath that, I'm going to use it as a resistance because it's currently support. So I'm going to use it as a resistance, so something like this, to then drive down to Q. Okay, so these are just the structural areas that I'm taking into consideration now before I actually do that buy breakdown, sell breakdown as I normally do. Looking at the 30-minute, as I mentioned yesterday, the 30-minute is bullish. Now, where is this bias? What happened to my bias? Did I accidentally delete it? Give me a second, because I might have just deleted that by accident. There we go. Yeah, so I obviously deleted it by accident. Let me just clear this out quickly. So let's get our liquidity zones out. Let's get that current daily low and start plotting in our areas. You know, this is so important for me, this area of the current daily low, because it's so close to that QB number 1, and number 2, it's at that point where I can use it to my advantage, where its current support can be turned into a possible resistance area. Okay, my 4 hour zones is going to be as follows. 4 hour demand. Obviously, we'll tweak it on the 30-minute, but at the moment, you got that 4 hour demand area right there. 4 hour supply. And then I'm just going to add in my lows over here, which I want to use this area right here. You see that area there? That's the area that I want to use on that 4 hour. But right, to be honest, I don't even really need to put that there, and I'll explain to you why. Is because that QP is right there. So that target for me is definitely going to be like a QP area. That's going to be, it's going to be a big one. Okay. Let's drop to that 30. Start tweaking these areas. Okay, there's two things I want to see over here quickly. How large is this week? 24. To the left hand side, I've got a range. So what I would like to do in this case is not use this as a wick fill today, rather get price to trade beneath it, because it is that strong 4 hour liquidity zone. And then what I'll do is understand that to the left hand side I've got a resistance area, I've also got a support area. I'm going to mimic that, so resistance there and support will be at QP, right? So somewhere around there. So if I can get price to trade beneath current daily low, I can expect price to overlay into 2500. So you see how I'm using that to my advantage. Resistance there, mimic that idea for price to short down. Essentially what you're doing is something like that. Okay, that's what we're going to try and do on the left hand side. So in opposed to me trying to wick fill this right now, I'll also rather see price break the current daily low so I can start getting more confluences. Okay, and then on the buy side of things, I'll actually trade this range. I definitely will. Let's tighten up these areas, because I'm not even gonna have that zone there. It's pointless, because the QP is gonna be my area. 30-minute zone, I will just slot in right here. You see that area? That's where I'm going to slot it in. I really like that. Gonna tweak that zone like that. So guys, give me a second. It's literally pouring with rain. I need to get my dogs inside. Just give me a second. I love how my dog's just waiting at the door, like casually. They're like, yo, let me in. Okay, guys, we've got our areas out. Let's go ahead and start building confluence for those shorts and then building confluences for those buys. So looking at that, let's remove that area there. Looking at that daily for me personally, boys, the re-break of the current daily low will suggest that price can continue going down. Why? Because we're tapping in a liquidity area right there. There's my area right there. We are in a range. So literally what you're doing is trading from range highs to range lows. That's what we want to see this daily continue to do. Okay, so the re-break of the current daily low will make me want to short the position. That's also going to be engulfing candle on that daily after it popped and broke highs, which is a grab of liquidity. Okay, then looking at that 4 hour where you are printing lower lows and lower highs within the anatomy itself. Now, even though that 4 hour is Mariposa in liquidity, it technically is still printing lower lows and lower highs. So also, now that you formed a high over there, a break of the current 4 hour low will suggest that price can continue back down to that quarter pip level. With that being said, it's so important to understand the idea behind the quarter pips as well. Because the idea behind it as well is QP levels are areas of liquidity. If I've just grabbed liquidity there and she's trading beneath that quarter pip level, is this battery going dead? And she's trading beneath that quarter pip level, 9 times out of 10 it's going to come to the next QP, which means that price should flood down to that 2500 level. Okay, then on the 30-minute, boys, we've now formed a beautiful level of support at equal lows. So many times over there, and then over here 1, 2, now form that same level there again. It's literally going to be simple as a 30-minute candle. So by the way, this is going to be a type 3 setup. So it's literally going to be as simple as price closing beneath on the 15 or 30 minute for something like this. Whether it be this candle or the next candle, doesn't matter. But as long as I get closure beneath like this. Next candle too. Pop up. So the next candle to pop up like this. Grab liquidity, and as it flips, that's obviously when we want to get involved, targeting that quarter pip level. That is going to be as simple as I'm looking at it today. Very, very straightforward, very simple. It's going to be a type 3 execution. The idea behind it is going to be the type 4 style, but the actual execution itself is going to be a type 3, guys. Why? Because you are going against the overall structure, so that is something to pay attention to, and that is how I'll pretty much sell it today. So this is going to be my aggressive little short area over there. And then on the buy side of things, I can reiterate now, just like I came into session yesterday, I told you what I prefer. Obviously, I can prefer direction, but is it going to go that way? We have to wait until we get that set up, right? So for me personally, I do prefer the sells today, 100%. However, if we do start buying today, I can't really use the daily as a confluence because there is no confluence of that daily, besides the fact that you are tapping into a wick low, as well as the body of the previous confines of the what date was that? Around the 20th of August. And then that 4 hour is also within a range, so the 4 hour range is here. Okay, so you got your Mariposa closure within liquidity. This is where we could start to see a reversal. Personally though, I wouldn't just buy it at that point. I would more so want to buy it at the break of these areas here. You see that little zone there? I more so want to buy it above there. That's when I'll be a bit more comfortable buying it, in opposed to just buying it because it's rejecting this area. And then what I want to see is price pretty much to trade above that level, which is that 4-hour level, retest, grab liquidity, and then start driving. And that will be a type 4 execution. In this case as well, because you are with that directional bias, I can also do a type 1. That will also be fine. And then also just one thing I want to mention is, what we could also look for is, see something. So check this out actually. We can actually do this as well, a bit more aggressive. Is wait for closures above this level. So this will be your price coming down, grabbing liquidity with that 4-hour, forming resistance, a break above that resistance, and a retest should then initiate those early positions to come back up. That is quite nice. 2509, yeah, 2509. Around this area where I'm at right now, for sure, yeah. That's what I'm actually looking at right now on the 15, guys. Is now that we're starting to form that resistance on that 15, if we can start trading above that, I can actually look for early aggressive buys. Answer as I type. Perfect. So definitely, that is something that I could look at, which would be a bit more an aggressive approach to it. So here's definitely be a no trade range. This will be a bit more aggressive. To be honest, I would actually prefer for look, I'll explain to you now. Sorry, my bad. Can't see it. So I would prefer, if this was going to be the idea that we're going to buy off the level, that this candle closes weak bearish. So something like this, where this candle is open now, it's trading there. I wanted to close something like that. With obviously your wick down like that. And then the next candle opens up and we can start trading it like this. Good. Then your next candle looks like this. And then the entry candle is going to be like that. Okay, so then the setup is something like that. That would be the idea behind it. If you can close weak bearish on the current candle. But obviously we have to wait and see. So this is going to be the idea for me today, boys. It's going to be... Hold on. There's going to be my aggressive buys over here. My safe buys over here. Why did I put aggressive? My safe buys over there, literally with the structure. And then this will be the no trade range in there, and then aggressive shorts over there. So I feel like gold is very straightforward today. We just have to wait for that setup. Now, with that being said, guys, with this candle possibly going to be closing weak bearish, like I just mentioned now, I then can take the trade on the break of the highs for sure. And that is something that I'm actually keen on doing. If I can close weak bearish on this candle, next candle to pop down, as it breaks the highs, I will immediately take the buys. Reason being, I'll then see this as price grabbing liquidity. The next candle just needs to make a bottom wick first. Put a W in the chat, or 1 in the chat. Put a W in the chat. Yeah, let's put a W. Put a W in the chat if you understand the idea behind it. If you understand the setup. If you have any questions, let me know. Today is going to be one of those days where we need to focus a bit more on the ranges itself. Just because, as you will now see for the past 2 days, these zones are very... And they're trading in the ranges. That's more so than anything. They're not trending anymore. We're at all-time highs with gold. So we're not really trending anymore. So obviously price is just waiting to grab volume. When the volume comes, eventually it'll start moving. But if we have any questions, guys, let me know. I'll go through GJ in a minute. I just want to see one thing. And then, guys, in Zoom, just make sure that your Zoom name matches your name on Patreon as well as Telegram. Okay. Right, let's have a look at GJ quickly. Well, let's hang on to GJ. I just want to see what's gonna happen with gold here. I don't want to miss a position this morning. Yesterday we TP nice and early. I think like 9:30 we were done. Yeah? 9:30 or 10:30? Yeah, 9:30. 9:30 we got a 1 minute trade of 10 pips, which was really nice. It actually pushed further, like literally ripped down. So let's see if we can get another nice early move. Charles, can I pop this journal to you? Oh wait, let me do it after today's session, okay? But in the meantime, guys, let's hit that like button as we await our setup. So let's do a challenge quickly. Let's do a challenge. Where is this now? We're now sitting at 1,283 subs. Once we get to 1,500, so let's push, boys. Let's get to 1,500. Once we get to 1,500 subs, I'm going to do a giveaway of two $10,000 Vault Funder challenges. Okay. That will be my give back to you guys. There'll be two 10K challenges with Vault Funder. Go. Where is this? So hold on. Rato. Closure in a minute. I don't see. Let's see. Actually, I actually don't want it to close above right now. I want it to close weak bearish. Because I wanted to form that resistance on the 30-minute. Because if we get that, we should be golden. And then the setup must be something like this. Depending where that wick is, for price to drive up. So we can close like that. Ah, beautiful. Yeah, perfect. Oh my gosh, that is perfect. Guys, at the break of the highs, I'm going long. This is exactly what I want. Exactly what I want. If it breaks this high now, boys, we are going long. 2509.24, that is where I will go long. And then my stop is going to be the low of the candle, which will be 13 pips at the moment. Crazy. So that's the idea there, my brother, is just understanding that we formed the resistance on that 30-minute. Now the break of that high, we want to get involved because it is a weak bearish candle. TP2. Okay. This is gonna be my setup this morning. Okay, in gold buys right now with a 14.5 pip stop loss, TP1 for 10, TP2 for 26, and then we'll run the rest to liquidity up there. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a little bit more of a peak of 15 pips. I don't want to be too big on this, reason being this is an aggressive position. So the idea behind it now is that you formed a weak bearish candle, as I had mentioned, with resistance now being formed on the 30 minute. The next candle comes down to grab its liquidity, and as it breaks its high, it drives. Why do we not need to wait for confirmation closure above in this case? The reason is because you've already grabbed all the liquidity there. By right, if price forms a resistance, in this case, grabs minor liquidity and breaks highs, it should not come back down. If it does, okay, cool, it's fine. But that is the idea behind it. Okay, your 15 has already formed resistance. We should continue to drive. At TP1, I'll go to break even and let the rest run. Okay, so for me personally, this is a tight stop today. It's only 15 pips. Because there's no reason why I should have a bigger stop. My stop loss is based off of the low of this candle, and if it is one of those where it comes further down to grab liquidity and then drives, I don't want to be in that trade because that's not the idea behind it. The idea is that as you break the resistance, price should drive. Okay, so let's see how she plays out this morning. We are seeing that reaction that we want. Is it enough to drive though? That's the thing. The thing that could possibly jeopardize my trade is these liquidity areas to the left hand side. As you can see over here, do you see that liquidity there? That's the only reason how I can lose the trade. Other than that, she should be golden to drive. So let's see what happens, boys. We've got a stop loss there, 2507.73. Entry was 2509.24. She pushed about probably like 8 pips and then tapped into that little thing there. So let's see now. So definitely now, after pushing, so just take this into an understanding. If you break a candle high, right, and you drive up 9 pips to then re-break lows and continue further down, do you want to be in that trade? I personally don't. So that is why today is a tight stop loss of only 15 pips. Okay, when last time we had such a small stop loss? TP1 hit, you can go to break even. That's another dub right there, boys. That's another dub right there. Drop a W in the chat if you caught that win. Beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Literally to the T, boys. How was that? How was that? Drop a W in the chat. Let's see it. Let's see it. Let's see it. Big bags, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Beautiful, man. Exactly as we planned, exactly as anticipated. Did it again. Caught live on YouTube. Thank you. Now I've secured 80% of the TP1. I've got a runner running. Let's see if she can continue going. Nice and early. 5+9. We're done for the day. Beautiful. So today, whether you made money, whether you learned, I feel like that little nugget right there, pure education for free. Pure education for free. Let's see if she can continue pushing. What is this? Can you guys see this blue marks on my screen? What is that? Who's drawing on my screen? This is annotations. Who's drawing on my screen? Yo, Zoom, who's drawing on my screen? Who's drawing on my screen? Quick, fast. Did you do what I told you to do yesterday? Yesterday I told you exactly what to do. Then don't complain. Because if you're not listening, no, my man. I literally said, guys, like when there's fast movements like this, you can't wait to go and close the position. You already need to be at that point where you've set your adjustment to your lot size to close partials, as well as you need to be in the screen on your MetaTrader to close off. You can't hit TP and then be like, okay, let's go and close the position. You're going to be too slow. Always be ready on your game like that, so that you know the first thing that you do is take profit. The second thing you need to do is move your stop to break even quickly. This is beautiful, man. This is literally like textbook what I explained. You wait for that bearish closure, forming weak bearish. Yeah, weak bearish at the resistance. That's a dead giveaway. After price grabbing liquidity like this, boom. Next one, pop in, bop, grab the last liquidity, and boom, she goes. Now we are, how are we looking? We've closed 5 minutes above. It should, honestly, it should drive. It should drive. There's no reason why she should come back, but obviously, the market can do anything. But technically, there's no reason for it to do it. Now that it's broken that wick over there, it should fly. There we go, baby. There she is. Come, gold, push for us, man. We want that little extra. Nice stuff early. Breakfast served. Yes, sir. Breakfast is served, man. MFX members in YouTube, just come to Zoom. Come to Zoom. I just want to run through this trade with you guys again, okay? Just to make sure that you all understand. In this case, I'm probably gonna react. I'm gonna see how. Well, I want to see how to exit TP2. But honestly, there's a high chance that I'm gonna close the entire position at TP2, just because we have a lot of liquidity right there. And 26 pips for the day, I will not complain. So at the moment, I'm just seeing how far she can push. At the moment, we're looking at about 18.5 pips on the table right now. Guys in, I'll just say it again, guys in YouTube, just come to Zoom. I just want to spend some time with you guys when we jump off YouTube and then run through this position again to make sure that everybody understands it. Beautiful. What a beautiful trade. 5 minutes looking good. She should push. And that 4 hour, how is that 4 hour looking? 4 hour, yeah, 4 hour Maribel. Oh man, what a setup! What a setup! And you know what? It's nothing different. We've done this setup millions of times. So if you may be new to my stream, we do offer obviously a mentorship program, but for free there is a lot of content. So you can literally just go to my live stream section and watch all the previous live streams you did. I promise you, you can learn so much just by watching the live streams. Hey Miles, my man, did you have any aha moment when you realized you have found your edge or mastered the markets already? To be honest with you, in my journey, I had many aha moments. Then I thought I like mastered it, but then I didn't. So for me personally, there wasn't like a click. I can't explain. Like there wasn't like, oh shit, I got this. It was more so just taking time of accountability and reflection and looking back in time, and then seeing that, you know what, we're actually doing well. And that's when I kind of had the aha moment. It wasn't like a one day I came to the charts and something happened. I'm like, aha. Because there was many times of that, but that was literally just me just scaling up the strategy, just getting the strategy better. And because the way I traded the strategy, it was more back tested first, and then I did forward testing. So I would say that the strategy was already solidified before I forward tested it. It was just then forward testing it with my psychology. But for me, there wasn't really like a, oh yeah, I got this. It was more so just looking back in time, looking at my journal, seeing the progress I've done, and be like, oh my word, you know what? This is number one, what I've been praying for, and then number two, this is also what I've been working towards. And that's when I had my aha moment, was time of reflection. That's why I feel like accountability is so important. That's why we do it every Friday with the guys. Because it's super important, man. You need to be accountable for what's going on. So, yeah. Another thing I want to just mention. There needs to come a time in your life where you've learned, right? And then you actually stop learning. Because some people think that they're not consistent or they're not profitable because they're missing something. If you've learned the right way of trading, there probably isn't anything you're missing. So that's why you'll find people kind of like stuck. They'll keep going course to course, mentor to mentor, because they aren't thinking that they know enough. You know, when you probably do know enough, you just need to tackle different areas of your trading career, like maybe your psychology or your risk management or something like that. So there has to come a time, even with me as well, there had to come a time in my career when I was like, you know what, this is enough. Like I know what I'm doing. Let me actually get the strategy to work. So yeah, I don't know why, I just felt like I needed to mention that. But YouTube, I'm done for the day. We've caught a beautiful gold buy this morning. I hope that you guys have learned. I hope that you guys have caught the position. If you haven't, as long as you've learned. And for those that maybe join now, if you've missed it, just rewind the stream. We've been on stream for 45 minutes. We've already hit the TV. So we're done. Made my money. I'm done. One thing I want to mention is before we leave, let's get those likes up. We're up on those likes. Let's get the likes up on the stream, boys. If you are new here for the first time in trade, Monday to Thursday on YouTube live for free, and then Monday to Friday with all the MFX members. Yeah, that's fine. We do also offer mentorship, which is a course as well as a learn and earn. If you want to trade alongside myself and the rest of the MFX members, that is where you can obviously take your trading from A to Z. Okay, YouTube, I'm out. Any questions, you can let me know. Give it like a minute. Danko, Mr. Miles, Lani moves. Thank you, Mr. Wolf. MFX members on YouTube, just come to Zoom quickly. I just want to run through this trade, man. I just want to make sure that you guys are 100% understanding what's happening. I can literally tell you another setup what's going to happen next, but I won't, because I would know. I've noticed that when I say that, then a lot of people go and take that trade. And the idea is that you one and done. Get your move and you're done for it. Like and ready. MFX members, you guys Just type in the Zoom. What do you think is gonna happen next? You can literally see it right now. You can see what's gonna happen next. You can literally see what's gonna happen next. Yes, sir. 100%, Brandon. 100%, my brother. But just the more aggressive one, eh? 100%. My guys on YouTube, I'm gonna love and leave you. Thanks for supporting me every day. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Have a blessed morning. Further, enjoy your day. Have a like one. God bless. Cheers. Come on. MFX members in YouTube, pull up to Zoom.